Welcome to the Ordinary Council meeting, Muswell Shire Council, being held in the TEC meeting room, level 1, Tertiary Education Centre, Hill Street, Muswell, and Tuesday, 24 February 2026. I declare the meeting open at 5:04. Please note the meeting is being recorded and live streamed and will be made available on Council's website. The first item 1 is applications for attendance via audio visual link. So this report, we have an application. The report has been deemed confidential under provisions of section 10A(2)(1) of the Local Government Act 1993 as it relates to alleged contravention of any code of conduct requirements applicable under section 440. For that reason, I suggest we move into closed council. Someone to move that way? Councillor Marshall, Councillor Morris, all those in favour? Declare that carried. If we can stop the live stream, please. back. So we'll go back to item 1 again. We dealt with it in confidential counsel due to the personal nature. Council has resolved to refuse Councillor McNeil's application to attend via audio visual link tonight. We have no further applications tonight via audio visual link. The acknowledgement of country, Councillor Hartley, please.
Thank you. Council would like to respectively acknowledge the local Aboriginal people who are the traditional owners and custodians of the land of which this meeting takes place.
And the civic prayer, Councillor Douglas.
Almighty God, from whom comes every good and perfect gift, we give you thanks for the blessings you bestow upon us in this Shire. Grant to those who hold office in this council the spirit of justice and truth, of wisdom and charity, that mindful of our responsibilities and of the needs for those we serve, we may promote the true welfare of our people, exercise wisely and faithfully the authority committed to us, and advance the common good through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Please. We have one application for leave of absence. That's Councillor Barry. Have we a mover? Councillor Douglas and Councillor Mahajan. All those in favour? That carried. Thank you. Item 5, confirmation of minutes. So the ordinary council meeting on 27th January 26. The recommendation is in front of you is that the minutes of the ordinary council meeting held on 27th January 2026, copy of which have been distributed to all members, be taken as read and confirmed as a true record. Someone want to move that way? Councillor Douglas, a seconder. Councillor Marshall. All those in favour? And against, declare that carried. We have any disclosures of any pecuniary and non-pecuniary interest. I'll start. I have a disclosure in regards to item 911 of the business paper tonight, in that I was lobbied by a representative of the developer last week in regards to that matter, and by way of email, I should confirm. Councillor Morris.
Thank you. Same. I was also lobbied by that same email. Other than that, no.
Thank you.
Yep. I also received the email, so I didn't like that. But I've also got another one, 16.2. Oh, sorry. 16.2, the Olympic Park Grandstand amenities detailed design and construct. Insignificant non-pecuniary. Just like it noted that I'm on a committee that uses the Olympic Park facility, but due to it being in the interest of the community and not me personally, I deem it insignificant and no need to leave the room.
Thanks, Councillor Hartley. Councillor Douglas.
I didn't know the email. I don't remember getting it, so I have none.
Thank you. Councillor Bailey.
I was also lobbied by the email regarding in section 9, business 9.1.1 DA.
Thank you. Councillor Marshall.
Also received the email, but I didn't have it.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Mahajan.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I have indeed one. Item 9.1, planning environment, as listed on page 8 of the business paper. I and my wife own office property.
Thank you, Councillor Mahajan. Councillor Sculls.
Again, the same one with regards to the email. Again, don't catch them up. Realising the implications, I did not open it. But the other one I have is 16.9. I have a very minor non-pecuniary interest as one of the applicants as a personal friend.
Thank you, Councillor Sculls. Councillor Dunn.
I also received an email lobbying me regarding 9.1.
Thanks, Councillor Dunn. Councillor Ward. 911. You were sent an email, so we can record that. Councillor Ward as well. There being no further declarations, there is no mayoral minutes tonight. 8, business arising. There are any business arising for those minutes. There is no business arising. We'll move on. We move into our first item of business, which is 911. Thanks, Councillor Marsden. I have a motion to be considered before we commence debate. The motion is that item 911 be deferred to enable staff to get a peer review from an independent third party on the decision.
I'll second that.
Second that, councillor Marshall. Any discussion? Councillor Scholes.
Yeah, just with regards to, so I'm a bit worried about this. This is going to get on American. I agree with the idea of the motion. I support the motion with that regard, but I noted in the council officers report there were certain other issues of concern that the council officers have, which have not really been addressed either fully by the council officers or the applicant. I potentially would like that to be addressed in the peer review as well.
Okay, thank you, councillor Scholes. Noted. Any further questions?
Driving water,
Sorry, councillor Wood.
driving waters.
Flood.
Yeah.
Flood. Yes, which is I understand was the main issue raised by our planning department. Any further questions on the matter? We have a mover. I moved it. Councillor Marshall seconded it. There being no further questions, I'll put that motion. All those in favour? Be that unanimous and carried. Thank you very much. We'll call Councillor Mahajan back in.
We don't have to vote against the motion that's in
No.
here now.
No, it was never put.
Thank you.
Councillor Mahajan back in the room. 912. So 912 is West Denman, Section 711 contributions plan for adoption. Well, the recommendation in the business paper is that council adopts the West Denman Section 7.11 contributions plan 2025 in attachment A. Have I a mover for that? Councillor Morris and a seconder. Councillor Ward. Councillor Morris wish to be heard.
No, thank you.
Councillor Ward.
On that.
Thank you. Councillor Ward. Any questions on that matter? Questions, Councillor Ward? No. Okay, thank you. If that being the case, if there is no questions, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you. 9.1.3. So the monthly report to Council, Planning, Environment and Regulatory Services. The recommendation in front of you is that the information contained in the report be noted. Have I a mover? Councillor Bailey, Councillor Marshall. Councillor Bailey, wish to be heard. Councillor Marshall, wish to be heard. Any question or comment from councillors? That being the case, I'll put it. All those in favour? Have none against. Declare that unanimous and carried. 9.2, Corporate Services. Half-day public holiday, 2026. The recommendation in the business paper reads that council approves community consultation to be undertaken regarding a half-day public holiday for the Big Dance and Mayor's Cup from noon to 6 p.m. on Tuesday, 3 November 2026, and that a further report be submitted to council providing the results of the period of public consultation. Someone want to move that way? Councillor Bailey, Councillor Morris, I think was the next one. Can anyone wish to be heard? Councillor Bailey.
Yeah, I fully support putting this out to the public and getting their opinions. We've already heard a lot of the strong public opinion around this one, and I should hope it will get their support, but we'll leave that up to people. And as a avid race girl myself, I think it's always a good thing for the community.
Thanks, Councillor Bailey. Councillor Morris.
No, thank you.
Any questions? Okay, I'll put that. Those in favour? Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you. 922. So regional motions for the 2026 National General Assembly of Local Government. The recommendation in front of you reads that council endorses 1, the regional motions provided in the report and their lodgement to the 2026 National General Assembly, and 2, directly lodging the endorsed motions to the National General Assembly by the closing date of 27 February 2026. Have I a mover for that? Councillor Hartley. A seconder, Councillor Morris. Councillor Hartley, wish to be heard?
No, thank you.
Councillor Morris.
No, thank you.
Any questions about those motions? Being no questions, I'll put that. All those in favour? Have none against. Declare that unanimous. Carried. Thank you, councillors. You'll note that those motions have been adopted by the broader the Hunter Joint Organisation as well, and you'll see they sit neatly in this council's portfolio as well. 923, report on investments held as at 31 January 2026. So the recommendation is that council notes council's investments as at 31 January 2026. Have I a mover? Councillor Scholes and Councillor Morris. Councillor Scholes?
No.
Councillor Morris?
No, thank you.
Any questions from councillors? Any comments? That being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous. Carried. Thank you. 9.3. 931. So 9.3 infrastructure and property. 931 is the upgrade of the Bylong Valley Way at Ravi. The recommendation in the business paper is that council notes the detailed design and review of the environmental factors for the upgrade of Bylong Valley Way, CH 32.4 to CH 34.4 as provided in the report. Have I a mover? Councillor Marshall. Councillor Ward. Councillor Marshall.
Thank you.
Councillor Ward.
What?
Good. Very happy with it. Councillor Ward, thank you. We've got the engineer's tick of approval.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. We had one engineer's tick of approval.
I know. I was going to talk about the furthest early warning flood thing. We're talking about flood.
We won't know, Councillor Scholes. That being the case, if there's no further questions, I'll put that to the meeting. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you. 932, management of hazardous trees. The recommendation in front of you is that council approves the recommendations contained in the report. Have I a mover for that? Councillor Marshall. Councillor Morris has seconded it. Councillor Marshall, wish to be heard?
No, thank you.
Councillor Morris.
No, thank you.
Anyone? Any? Councillor Scholes.
I know one of the trees, I can't remember which one it was, about the third or fourth one along now. It's got a trolley down its main truck. The main issues that have been caused by that tree is the lopping that's happened relative to the power line beside it. That's actually caused the problem. Can we in some way address the local distributor about with regards to if they're going to absolutely murder a tree like that, it's pointless leaving it. It's actually an eyesore and it's made the tree become dangerous.
Thank you.
Lower Hill Street.
Mr. Mayor. Thanks, Councillor Scholes. We
Yes,
do regularly bring this up with those authorities, but they need to make sure they're pruning and the work they do aligns with the health requirements of the trees.
Well, they basically killed that tree.
Thank you, Mr. Scholes. We have a mover and a second. Any further comment, questions? If that be the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? Unanimous and carried. Thank you. So 9.4 is community and economy. So 9.41 is awarding of a community grant or contribution to St Joseph's Primary School, Denman, to a fee waiver for Denman Indoor Sports Centre. The recommendation you have in front of you is that council approves a community grant, which is a fee waiver equivalent to $831 from St Joseph's Primary School, Denman, for costs associated with the Denman School's structured curriculum aligned squash program at the Denman Indoor Sports Centre on Thursday 5 March 2026, Thursday 19 March 2026, and Thursday 26 March 2026. Have I a mover for that? Councillor Ward, of course. Councillor Douglas was next. Anyone wish to be heard on that matter? That being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that carried unanimously. Section 10 are the minutes of our committee meetings. So 10.1 is a State Significant Development Committee, 10 February. The recommendation you have in front of you is that council notes the minutes of the meeting of the State Significant Development Committee held on 10 February 2026 and adopts the recommendations contained therein. Have I a mover of that? Councillor Dunn, a seconder. Councillor Hartley. Councillor Dunn, you wish to be heard?
No, thank you.
Councillor Hartley. Anyone wish to be heard? Any questions? Being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? I have none against. Declare that unanimously carried. 10.2, so the Finance and Governance Committee. The recommendation in front of you is that council notes the minutes of the meeting of the Finance and Governance Committee held on 10 February 2026 and adopts the recommendations contained therein. Have I a mover for that? Councillor Scholes and Councillor Mahajan. Do either of you wish to be heard?
No.
Anyone, any questions? That being the case, I will put that. All those in favour? I have none against. Declare that carried unanimously. 10.3. So Infrastructure and Property Committee, which was on 10 February 26, The recommendation reads that council notes in the minutes of the meeting of the Infrastructure and Property Committee held on 10 February 2026 and adopts the recommendations contained therein. Have someone want to move those minutes? Councillor Morris, a seconder. Councillor Scholes. Anyone wish to be heard?
No.
No questions? I'll put that. All those in favour? I have none against. Declare that carried. Thank you, councillors. 10.4, the Aboriginal Reference Group, 8 December 2025 and 9 February 2026. So the recommendation of the business paper is that council notes the minutes of the meetings of the Aboriginal Reference Group held on 8 December 2025 and 9 February 2026. Does someone want to move those minutes? Councillor Douglas and Councillor Hartley. Anyone wish to be heard? Any comment? Councillor Douglas.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have a staff represent us on that committee, and the feedback that she has given to the board from the Wanneroo Local Aboriginal Council are very impressed with council and the way that they're running these meetings for the Aboriginal community. So thank you.
Certainly represents the council well.
She does.
So, any further questions? No further questions. I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that carried. Thank you. We have no notices of motion. Councillors' reports. I'll start on my left. Councillor Morris.
No, thank you.
Councillor Hartley.
No, thank you.
Councillor Douglas. Councillor Bailey. Councillor Marshall.
Yeah, just got one here. Sorry. Just Community Day and yard sale at the Denman Heritage is on this Saturday.
Thanks, Councillor Marshall. Councillor Mahajan.
Thank you.
Councillor Scholes. Councillor Dunn.
No.
Councillor. I have just a couple briefly. Last night, these public last night, very successful meeting with the real estate agents, developers, and co at the Art Gallery Cafe. So, as we would all be aware, council has made the decision to. That was another group that council wanted to work closely with. Another group we have to work closely with if we want to achieve the outcomes we do. Certainly a positive meeting last night. That will continue. We have a meeting. I reported privately to councillors. We had a meeting with the minister, so Ryan Part, the health minister, in regards to Busselton Hospital. We'll have some more details to report publicly after a further meeting this week, but certainly some positive news there as well. Councillor Marshall.
It's a correction on that day. Urgent stuff on over there, so I read it again. It's actually on the 7th of March.
Thank you, Councillor Marshall, the 7th of March. After some cackling over there. That being the case, we'll move on. So, Councillor, item 13, that we have no written questions. Questions for next meeting? I'll just ask that on below. Any councillors with any questions for next meeting? Okay, we'll now move. I'll ask someone to move adjournment into closed council. There'll be a councillor to move, Councillor Bailey and Councillor Marshall. I'll put that. All those in favour? Any against? Thank you. And move into closed council. We're now back in open council. Thank you. Now have everyone back in the room. Just quickly go through the items that were dealt with in closed council. So 16.1, 2024-2025, 0664, supply and delivery of one non-destructive digger truck. So council have moved that one. It accepts the tender submitted by RDO Equipment for me Australia under contract 2024-2025 0664 for the supply and delivery of the non-destructive digger truck for the sum of $429,997.05 exclusive of GST, and 2, delegates authority to the general manager to execute the contract 2024-2025 0664. Item 16.2 is the Olympic Park grandstand and amenities detailed design and construct. So council have 1, accepts the negotiated tender submitted by Connects Management and Construction for contract 2024-2025 0565 Olympic Park grandstand and amenities detailed design and construct as detailed in the report. 2, delegates to the general manager authority to enter into a contract 2024-2025 0565 Olympic Park grandstand amenities detailed design and construct as detailed in the report. And 3, funds the required shortfall from the special rate variation reserve. Congratulations to this council. It's been an awful long time coming. 16.3 is the GLE pipeline, Denman to Sandy Hollow pipeline. Council have decided that 1, it declines to accept any tenders for contract RFT 2025-2026 0693 GLE pipeline and WTP Denman to Sandy Hollow due to no tenders received during the tender period. And 2, in accordance with clause 178(3)(e) of the Local Government General Regulation 2021, delegate general manager into negotiations with any person with a view to entering into a contract in relation to subject matter of the tender. 3, proceed with procurement process as described in the report. 4, and finally, request that a report be submitted to council for determination of awarding the contract. 16.4 was the Muswellbrook Indoor Sports and Youth Centre construction and budget update. Council have resolved that 1, approves the allocation of funding for the Muswellbrook Indoor Sport and Youth construction and project variations as detailed in the report, and 2, budget allocations be made as part of the 2026-2027 capital budget preparation. 16.5 was Bengalla Mining Company road closure and works deed. Council have decided that council will authorise the general manager to finalise negotiations with Bengalla Mining Company regarding the financial considerations and other matters generally in accordance with the draft Bengalla road closure and works deed attached to the report. 16.6 is the provision of a cloud-based human capital management system. Council have resolved that 1, it accepts the tender submitted by Cornerstone On Demand Australia Proprietary Limited for contract 2025-2026 0669 provision of a cloud-based human capital management system for a lump sum of $273,330.07 exclusive of GST. 2, delegates to the general manager authority to enter into a contract for 2025-2026 0669 provision of a cloud-based human capital management system. And 3, notes that implementation will be delivered by Cornerstone On Demand via its global delivery centre, subject to confirmation of implementation, governance, escalation, reporting and delivery assurance arrangements, and satisfactory completion of procurement and legal review of the final contract document prior to execution. And 4, and finally, notes that optional components are excluded from the base contract unless separately funded and approved by council. And 16.8, the Muswellbrook Bypass and Town Centre route implementation plan recommendation accepted or adopted by council is that council notes the document Muswellbrook Bypass to Town Centre route implementation plan concept design transport route June 2022. With that, we've got one more. 16.9, so either non-binding expression of interest bill to lease Glen Munro Road. Recommendation adopted by council is that council 1, accepts the assessment of expressions of interest received. 2, authorises the general manager to commence facility design and determine costs with the recommended respondent. 3, authorises the general manager to commence lease negotiations with the recommended respondent. And 4, requests a further report submitted be submitted to council for determination. And that with that, I'll bring the meeting to a close at 6:57 p.m. Thank you, councillors.